Hey guys, welcome back to the Volley. It's your girl Valerie Red. I hope you guys are doing amazing today. I know it's been a minute, but don't get to asking me where I've been now, child. I've been on quote unquote hiatus like your girl Nicki, okay? But I'm back because, child, we got some mess to discuss per usual, okay? I have yet another theory that I want to bring to you guys' attention and get your thoughts on it, okay? You guys know that's what we do over here on this channel. But before we get into it, everybody smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're new here. So you guys have probably heard that Nicki Minaj was commenting on Trinidad Killer's Instagram live stream recently, and that convinced her fans that she wasn't really on this hiatus that she was supposed to be on, and that she probably was only taking a break from Twitter. Now, Nicki must have saw her fans saying that, she wasn't on a real hiatus, because only a few days later, she posted on her Instagram saying, "I'm sending a verse to @Trinidad Killer when this video gets to 1 million views. For everybody missing home, for all my Caribbean people, for all my African people, all my Spanish and Portuguese speaking people, all of my indigenous people, every race and religion. If your parent had to travel abroad and then send for you for a better life, read this message at the end of the video, comment on YouTube. I'll try to respond. The song is on Spotify as well. Big up to all the DJs. And Barbs, no, Nicki's not on hiatus. This isn't her typing right now. It's Trinika. Nicki will be back next year. I love you so much." So this made all the Barbs a little sad because they felt like she was going away for a year, and they started speculating that she might have been pregnant, since she wasn't coming back until 2025. But if you guys watch this channel, then we've already kind of spilled the tea on the pregnancy back in October, okay? And if y'all didn't see that video, y'all can go check that out. I'll link it in the description box below. So after Nicki posted this on her story, now all the Barbs were scattering, saying, oh my God, Nicki's pregnant. That's why she's going away for a year, after they saw, this post. But then Nicki shocked the Barbs again by going live on Instagram with Trinidad Killer, confusing them yet again about this hiatus. So guys, I think this 1 year hiatus is absolutely fake. And I'm going to explain exactly why I feel that way. First and foremost, to be clear, I do think that Nicki wants and deserves, peace while she's pregnant and while she's baking the baby in the oven, okay? So I do believe that she is going to take some time off to be with her family and to have that peace and that space. But I do not believe that Nicki Minaj is going to stay on hiatus for a whole year, okay? I think she only posted that, that she wasn't going to be around until 2026, so that Cardi B and her team will believe that Nicki wasn't going to be around. Now, before y'all start dragging me and saying that I'm reaching, let me break it down for y'all. Now, I strongly believe that Nicki is in the studio right now preparing for Cardi B for whenever Cardi drops, okay? I feel like whenever Cardi drops, so will Nicki. So I believe that this hiatus, it won't actually be for a year. It's going to be until whenever Cardi drops. And Nicki has already started teasing this new alter ego, Trinika, and she said Trinika won't be on hiatus, only Nicki will. Do y'all remember when Nicki was on hiatus before and she came back with Red Ruby the Sleeves? I remember Nicki said something similar to that back then. She was like, Nicki's still on hiatus, but this chick right here though, she's outside, referencing her new alter ego, Red Ruby, okay? So Red Ruby was very much outside. Okay, so on this Instagram post that she just posted recently, I believe that Nicki was speaking in code. Okay, I feel like she announced a year off, but she also introduced Trinika. So I feel like Nicki was trying to kind of alert the smart Barbs that she isn't really going anywhere, right? By saying that this new alter ego will still be outside while Nicki is away. So she's definitely not taking a musical hiatus, okay? I feel like she's only going to be taking a hiatus from taking photos and posting on Instagram. She'll probably stop showing her belly until she's ready to announce the pregnancy, like she did with Papa Bear. And if you guys remember, Nicki was dropping verses and videos while she was pregnant with Papa Bear. She just had her belly like hidden, or sometimes she photoshopped, right? Like when she was in the Trolls video, she was pregnant with 6ix9ine. In that video, she was pregnant, but she photoshopped it. She was also pregnant in the Expensive video with Ty Dolla $ign. And also in the video with that speed bout with NBA Youngboy, she was also pregnant. So let's not act like a baby is going to stop Nicki from being in the studio, okay? But I feel like Nicki wants everybody to think that because Nicki knows that Cardi B and her team are watching her and planning their rollout around her movements, right? They basically waiting for the queen to leave so they can come out like a cockroach, okay? And Nicki knows that, right? Nicki knows that Cardi has been trying to drop her album since like the beginning of 2024, which would have been right after Nicki dropped her album in December 2023, right? That's why Nicki set up a whole year of touring and, setting up new releases that she was going to drop. Even though we never got the deluxe from her, we did get some additional drops from her after her 2023 album. So Nicki knows that Cardi has been planning to come with her album, right after she drops. But what she didn't know was that Cardi wasn't going to drop if Nicki was still active, right? It was like Nicki was not going to take her foot off of Cardi B's neck and let her breathe in 2024. Then boom, Cardi B pushes her album back to 2025. Why? Because she wanted to drop after Nicki, right? So now Nicki understands that Cardi is going to plan her album release around her movements and will wait and wait and wait and wait until Nicki is done being the moment. So now Nicki's trying to leave social media so Cardi won't know her moves and will only have to rely on the Barbs tweeting for information. See, Nicki is smart. She knows all of this. And if you're a smart Barb, then you know that Nicki speaks in code. And in this post, she was definitely speaking in code for the smart Barbs, okay? If y'all remember, after December 1st, around Nicki's birthday, once Nicki left social media and the Barbs started to speculate that she was finally on hiatus, that's when we saw Cardi B go live and promise her fans that she was going to be dropping soon in 2025, right? And that 2025 was going to be her year. So when Nicki wrote this Instagram story, it was meant to make Cardi B and her team think that Nicki was off the scene, while still kind of letting her fans know that she was still around and in tune. I'm telling y'all, this whole I'm going away for a year thing, that was for Cardi B. That was not for the Barbs. Just think about it. If her fans are running around saying Nicki is not on hiatus, she's not on a real hiatus, they're posting her popping up on Station Head, they're posting, her recent IG live comments, they're posting everything, then Cardi and her team will probably hold back that rollout and not put out that album, not drop. But if Nicki is posting that, she's leaving for a year, and then the Barbs actually go around and say, she's going, we're sad, then it would seemingly appear like the coast is clear for Cardi B and her team to drop that album, okay? Now, we already heard that Cardi B was trying to make amends with Nicki Minaj behind the scenes, so her and her team are really hoping to have a peaceful rollout with this album, okay? They don't want it to be attached with any beef. They don't want Nicki responding. They don't want this beef surrounding her album, right? But for Nicki doesn't want to be friends. It's too late for that, right? It's still game on for Nicki. So Nicki is still playing chess by making her op feel like she's safe and that she's about to have a peaceful rollout, right? She's going away for a year, quote unquote, right? If you follow me. I feel like Nicki just wants to let Cardi go ahead and drop and do whatever number she's going to do so that she can drop right after and, kind of beat her at her own game. Now, I told y'all in a previous video that Nicki is not really worried about these rap girls out here. Nobody except for Cardi B. Because nobody's numbers that was dropping in 2024 was coming close to Pink Friday 2 in 2023, right? Cardi was supposed to drop. She was waiting on Cardi. That never happened, right? And not for nothing, no female artist that came after Nicki Minaj had any projects that outcharted Pink Friday 2. No other female artists, no other female rappers except for Cardi B, right? Cardi B's debut album outdid Pink Friday 2 numbers. So I feel like at this point, after all these years, Nicki does want to kind of prove that the only reason Cardi was able to outdo her back then and get those numbers was because of sympathy from the public, and payola from the labels. Nicki is getting older, right? She wants to spend time with her family, but she needs Cardi to go ahead and drop so she can get her out the way real quick. And Cardi will clearly wait years before she drops that second album, right? We've already seen that happen. It's been 8 years, right? And Nicki will be 50 soon. So she kind of needs Cardi B to drop sooner than later so she can go ahead and get that out the way. And I feel like that's the real reason why she posted that she's not coming back until 2026. And that's the reason why I think that she's full of it. And she's actually going to be coming back way before then, as long as Cardi drops in 2025, okay? Now, I know some of y'all are going to think that I'm reaching, But, you know, these rap girls, I hate to break it to you, they are obsessed with each other, okay? They watch each other, especially Nicki and Cardi. But I know I gave you guys a lot to think about. How do you guys feel about all of this? Do you guys finally believe that Nicki Minaj is pregnant like I told y'all back in October? How do y'all feel about, you know, this whole hiatus? Do y'all think that she's actually going to be staying away for a year? Or do y'all think that this is all a hoax? Possibly a trick that she has up her sleeve so that she can maintain that element of surprise? Let's talk about it. Let's get in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. Also, like the video on your way out if y'all enjoyed it. It is completely free and helps my channel. As always, I thank y'all so much for watching the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.